Hello and welcome to the transcription explanation of this design. It was done using Loren Sherman's script, which uses a combination of dot modifiers, like these, and line modifiers, which can either be straight or curvy, in conjunction with these four different shaped letter stems to make our consonants. And then vowels, they're quite a bit trickier. They're smaller circles, and they have different positions depending upon what vowel they are and if they're attached on one of these four consonant stems. So these thick dark circles are the consonant stems. The word circle itself is this gray one here, and you read words starting at the bottom and going counterclockwise, which is what this little arrow here is for. And same thing's true for the sentence itself, which is why we start at the bottom. And then we follow the pattern that they make. And if there's a sentence circle, like this thick line is a sentence circle, we would read the sentence bottom counterclockwise as well. So this design is read like that. So let's go ahead and look at our first word. So this is the bottom of our first word, and this is our very first letter stem. It's a completed circle on the line of the word circle. So we're in this row. And on it, there are no lines ending on it. There's a line passing through it, but only lines that end on it count. So count where they end on a letter stem. So this is just a TH. And then we continue around. Here's a little circle, and it's inside the word circle, so it's an O. So THO, and then we continue around. Here we have a little tiny A, except it's a tiny smidgen closer to this word, which is why it belongs here and not here. So that little tiny smidgen is just a clue that it goes here. Another clue is the context, which is this is the word those, and there is no A in those, and this is the word cannot, and there is an A in cannot. But anyway, just a tiny smidge closer lets you know that that A goes there. So our next actual letter is this shallow divot stem. So we're in this row, and there are 1, 2, 3 lines ending on it. So 3 lines ending on it makes it an S, and then we have an E on the line of the word circle. So like that. So those, then we have our next word, bottom of it's here, and there's no letters at the bottom, so we just go around until we hit our first letter stem. It's a shallow divot with 1 dot, so that's a WH, and then we have another O, just like that one, so who, and then we have this word, the bottom of it's here. This thick circle is our first letter. Oh, and in this design, the thickness of letters does not matter at all whatsoever. The only thing where it matters a tiny bit is this double line, and these 2 lines need to be the same thickness. Otherwise, the thickness does not matter at all. So I just had a little bit of a play and made a couple thicker circles here and there to, add some depth to it. Anyway, so here's our K. It's got 2 dots on a circle inside the word circle, and this word again is cannot, and cannot starts with the letter C, not the letter K, but the letter C in this script is only supposed to be used in like super special scenarios, like in somebody's name where you would want to put a letter C instead of a letter K to make it a different name. So like Kyle with a C or Kyle with a K, I don't know, man, or Karen with a C or Karen with a K. 2 different names, so you'd want to put them differently. Or an acronym. Otherwise, you swap the C to a K if it goes K, and an S if it goes S. So if you were to write the word circles, you would spell it as Sirkles because the C's go at the beginning and then the K at the end. Anyway, so that's why I'm called circles, by the way. Hey. But anyway, here's the K in cannot. K-A outside the word circle, and then we have a circle inside the word circle here. So we're in this row, and there's 1 line ending on it, so that makes it an N. Continuing around, here's another N, 1 line ending on it, and then another O, just like that O and that O, and then a shallow divot with no modifiers. So again, this dot being a smidge closer to the K matters, otherwise you wouldn't know what letter that dot goes to. So there's our cannot, and then our next word is here. Bottom of the word circle is here, and this is the first letter stem. It is a deep divot shape, and it has 2 dots, so that would be a CH. Then we have an A outside the word circle. Continuing around, here we have another circle on the word circle. So we're here, and there are 1, 2, 3 lines ending on it. So these circles here, like this one and this one, they're sneaky. They are not word circles, they're not letters, they're just the line modifiers coming from various letters. So this thick one is the line modifier from the double N's, and then these ones are coming from the NG. So NG has 3 lines, and then an E at the end of the word. So change. Here's our next word, bottom of it's here. Shallow divot, so that's just a T. Continue around. Here we have a deep divot, and there's 2 lines ending on it. So that would be an H, E inside it, I, line going towards the middle. So an I is like an E, but with a line going towards the middle. And then a U is like an E, except with a line going outwards. So it's important that this line is going towards the middle, which it is of the word circle. So that's an I. And then we have a shallow divot with 3 dots. That would be another R. So T-H-E-I-R, there. Then we have our next word, bottom of it's here. 1, 2, 3 lines on M. I, again, line going inwards. N, and then we have a deep divot with 3 dots. So that would be a D. So mind. And then we have our next word, bottom of it's here. So even though the center of this letter is here, closest to the very 7 o'clock position-ish of the circle, because it still crosses at 6 o'clock, this is still our first letter. So that would be a K, and then another A, a double N, O, T, so that's another cannot. And then we have another change, CH with 2 dots, just like that CH, A, just like that A outside the word circle, 1, 2, 3 lines on the NG, just like that NG, and then the E is on the line of the word circle, just like that E. And when they're stacked, so like that vowel consonant team, you read the consonant first and then the vowel. So that's why that's an NGE, just like this was an MI. So anyway, CHANGE, change. And then we have our last big old word here. Bottom of it's here. This is our first letter. It's an A, just like that A. And then an N with 1 line on it, just like that N. Then we have a Y with 2 dots on it. And it's okay that this line ends on the dot, because it doesn't end on the line of the letter stem, it still doesn't count. So there we have the Y, then a TH with nothing on it, just like this TH. I, line going towards the middle, just like that I. And then we have another NG with 1, 2, 3 lines on it. So there's anything. So those who cannot change their mind cannot change anything. So, yep, that's that, and I hope it makes an awesome tattoo for you. I really like this layout for arms with the kind of thin circles going into a bigger sentence circle up on the shoulder. I hope it works out, and I hope you like it. Bye.